What's up guys, Carl Topia here. Tonight we're going to do a video. We're going to do a comparison between the Fairfield Football Box and the Fairfield Baseball Box. So I did a comparison video of the newer Fairfield Baseball Boxes and the older Fairfield Baseball Boxes. You can go check that out if you want. I don't remember what the results were. I think that it was pretty much a wash if I remember correctly. But I figured we'd, compare the two of these because the price point's the same. They're both $4.99. The football, you only get 75 cards though, as opposed to 100 for the baseball. And each contains a pack. In this case, it looks like it's a junk wax pack for the baseball. And then there's this thin little pack in here. I hope it's not a leaf, because the leaf packs are not that great. But in any event, I figure we'll go through them. I'll try and pull out if there's any decent rookies in there or Hall of Famers, potential Hall of Famers, etc. And we'll try and do a quick comparison to see if, is the football box better or the baseball box better. So let's try and get this done pretty quickly. We're gonna do the football box first. My experience with the football boxes have been that it's newer cards. They don't really go back into the junk era that much. I'm sorry, the late vintage, the 70s cards and the early 80s. This is mostly just late 80s, 90s, and more current day than the baseball cards. There's teammates in there. We're not going to take this into consideration for whether it's a better box or not. But so here are the cards. I'm not going to go through every name right off the bat. Let's check out the pack first. We got a Leaf Draft, of course. This is 2018. So not the greatest of packs for the football. That's the one thing I've noticed with these. There will be lots of Pro Set and cards in here. That's also not that great. But here we have a Tom Brady Snow Days from Donruss. So there's a future Hall of Famer, obviously. We've got Anthony Smith, Pharrell Edmonds, Cortez Kennedy, and just some die cut cards. So I was able to kind of see these cards. These are Rookies and Stars, Demaryius Thomas and Russell Wilson. So die cuts are kind of high. At least this one's actually banged up on the edge a little bit, but neat cards from Panini. And I'll put Russell Wilson over there with Brady. All right, so let's just keep going. Try and get through this. Oh wow, there's I spoke too soon about the early 80s cards. So we got Eugene Robinson, Bubby Brister. We got a Leaders card from 1984. That's also an older card. Yeah, this already has me a little surprised. It's a Mike Pruitt card. It was a very good running back in the day for at least a couple of years. That is 1979, I believe. So a couple older cards. I'll put those aside. Wesley Carroll, Steve Diassi for my PC, the Bowman, somebody I never heard of. This is Heath Schuler, Rookies and Stars. So I mean, already you can kind of see it's a mix, but there's definitely the newer cards in here from the late 2000 on up. And we've got, what's that? The rookie card for Robert Herron. Okay. Ellis Johnson, Leroy Butler, Takeo Spikes. It's a Stadium Club. Tom Tupa. There's these numbered cards. I remember these Collector's Edge cards. Terrell Buckley. And Tradition of Excellence. That is Marcellus somebody. And that is Willie Roaf. And there's Jim Kelly. It's a classic card. That's a Hall of Famer. Ronaldo Turnbull. This is 79 season. Is that Earl Campbell? Yep, that's Earl Campbell. It's a pretty neat card. And we got Strata, CJ Spiller. Good stock on that card. An action packed for Greg Lloyd. Greg Lloyd's a great player back in the day. Mario Bates, Charles Mann, Wilbur Marshall. And man, I really can't see these. Jim Miller. I got a Trace Armstrong. Sorry, I was off camera. It's a traded card. It's an 88 maybe. And there's Otis Wilson, Ernest Biner, Pro Line card, Jordan Cameron, Heck, Scott Norwood, wide right. That'll never get old. Some pro set cards, non-Hall of Famers, at least that I can tell up front. We got Jeff Loggeman, Jim Everett. Got a golf card, look at that, Chris Perry. I've seen basketball cards pop up in these. Al Noga, Steve Smith, Bill Brooks, Jeff George. There's another older cards from 81. Wow. That's nice. I mean, I don't have this card, but I know that. Ed Simonini. Let's see. Roan Stark. Ironhead Hayward. Pat Swilling. Swilling might be in the Hall of Fame. If he's not, he should be. He's probably one of the better linebackers of his era. Gaston Green, Mike Kroll, Tim McGee. There's Troy Aikman from Wild Card. So there's a Hall of Famer. Mike Pritchard, David Fulcher, Eugene Robinson. Man, I'm having a hard time remembering whether a lot of these guys are in the Hall of Fame. Sometimes I think they are, but then I usually check the Hall of Fame website and realize that they're not, and then I think, well, maybe they should be. Ricky Jackson, for instance. Another great defender. So then we got Ricky Sapp, Carl Mecklenburg, Fawn Dunbar, Anthony Carter, not Chris Carter, he's in the Hall of Fame. Jason Campbell, it's a hit card, that thing is worthless. Dexter Carter, action packed. I got Tony Mandarich, big bust. Eric McMillan. Aaron Wallace. Kip Lewis. A lot of wild cards. That's actually a World League card. It's Chris Miller. Reggie White. There's a Hall of Famer. And Floyd Turner. Okay, let's get to the pack real quick. We're already in at 8 minutes. I'm trying to keep this around 16, I hope. I'll go through the baseball pack a little faster. So I hate these leaf cards. I think they're cheap, regardless of the players that you get in them. Bradley Chubb, Trent Thompson. We didn't even get anybody good. So some older cards, some Hall of Famers, which we'll go over later. A whole bunch of nothing. Not impressed with that pack at all. I thought maybe because I had Tom Brady on it, it was speaking to me, and I was saying, hey, this is a good pack. Pick this up. All right, so let's get to the baseball. Baseball should be a little quicker. So we got Josh Hamilton on the front. And we've got a Donruss pack, of course. I'm not quite sure what year that is because they never put the year on them. 88, 89, Donruss. Okay, here we go. Josh Hamilton. /81, Otto Velez. Jose Oquendo, another Jose Oquendo. Dupes are always fun in this. Jack Clark, David Green, Danny Cox. This has been par for the course with these, really. Mike LaValliere, Stan Belinda, 90s Upper Deck, which I've got thousands of. Sam Horn, Todd Worrell, Glenn Hoffman, 83 Donruss. Not a bad year or card, just not the player. Ed Whitson, Jerry Hairston, Randy Kutcher, Julia Machado, Marcus Lawton, and Charlie Leibrandt, Todd Stottlemyre, Rhoda B. McDowell, a bunch of Leaf cards, Ozzie Guillen, Ken Phelps, guy who looks like he's your science teacher, Steve Olin. Man, these are bad boxes. It's this kind of stuff that makes me not want to buy these anymore, because I mean they're not even fun to open, really, to be honest with you. I mean, you're not pulling anybody decent out of these. It's complete straight just commons. There's a Sid Fernandez for the PC, but I've got that one already. Billy Wilson, Gerald Clark, Rick Shue, Rick Russell, Jeff Reed, Zane Smith, Hector Villanueva, Rene Gonzalez, Hubie Brooks, Kenny Rogers, Fernando, highlights card, Todd Stottlemyre. I got a bunch of these Donruss too. I think I'm almost complete set. Tim Spire, Wade Taylor. Not even getting any new cards. Here we go, finally. Ryan Braun, Josh Hamilton, another Josh Hamilton. All right, second half. We're at 12 minutes. Hopefully we'll be done in 15. So I got Geronimo Baroa, Doug Jones, Bosio, Claudel Washington, Rick Camp, Kelly Gruber, Frank Tanana, Oswaldo Peraza, Asamaker, star rookies, Jeff Granger, didn't pan out, Tom Foley, Brian Cutterbuck, Rudy Law, RJ Reynolds, Rick Roden, Mike Fitzgerald, Chris James, Shane Rowley. Wow. It's not getting any better. Jim Olander, Lenny Dykstra, Devon White, Paul Kilgus, Tim Hewlett, Dave Engel, Mike Stanton, Matt Giancarlo, Torrey Hunter, nice player but not a Hall of Famer. There's A-Rod, won't be in the Hall of Fame because of his PEDs. Dave Rigetti, Hideki Rabu, Davey Johnson card I've got about 10 of. Checklist, those are always fun. Candyman, Mike Morgan, Neil Heaton, Lance Johnson, Greg Gagne, Antone Williamson, Interleague Showdown, Tim Salmon and Raul Mondesi, Rod Beck, Andujar Cedeno, Kyle Farnsworth. There's a Bowman Chrome for Hunter Renfroe. It's not a bad card, actually. There's a Manny Machado. Look at this. It looks like these cards are going to be the best cards. Cannon Smith, first Bowman. There's a Heritage Yan Gomes. Ryan Vogelsong. Ryan Rayburn. Macias Tourist. Brandon League. Will Venable. And Vernon Wells. So, really, nothing. I honestly, unless I missed something, there was not a single Hall of Famer in that whole pack. At least we had a couple, some Hall of Famers in the football, but I mean, they weren't even good Hall of Fame cards, really. Let's see what we got in the Donruss. Yeah, there we go. So we got 8 Donruss here, puzzle piece. Mark Thurmond, Rick Honeycutt, Ken Williams, Keith Moreland, Mike Loyne, Mark Williamson, Ruben Sierra, Jerry Royster, Craig Lefferts. This is going to be a complete bust. Fred Lynn, Chris Bosio, Jose Mesa, Pascual Perez, and Bryn Smith. Wow. I'm sorry, guys. If that's not the worst 2 packs of Fairfield, then I don't know what was. I mean, I'm going to call it a draw and call them both busts. I mean, maybe I give a slight edge to the football just because it had some Hall of Famers in it, and these die-cut cards probably aren't even worth anything. But the pack, the Leaf draft pack stinks. You know, I mean, they're duds. They're both duds. And, you know, I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. I honestly do not think, and I mean it this time, I honestly do not think I'm buying another Fairfield product, you know, again, because, you know, the bottom line is the run of pulling decent rookie cards out of it and Hall of Famers, even though they're junk wax Hall of Famers, it's over. I mean, it probably ended. They probably ran out of inventory for that kind of stuff, and now they're just filling it with all the commons. So my recommendation as far as Fairfield, don't waste your time. Take the $5, invest it in a rookie prospect, you know, card or something like that from Bowman, from a current year, or, you know, buy some cheaper vintage card. You know, when by vintage I mean, like, you know, the 70s or 80s card. I mean, anything would be better than the garbage that you get in these. So gonna add these to my ever-growing collection of cards that will be repackaged and probably given away to kids at Halloween. That's about it for this time, guys. And we're at 17 minutes, so we're running a little long. I apologize for that. And so if you want to give your feedback, please do give me a comment. Let me know which ones that you think, which one you think was better. Was the football or the baseball better? If you liked the video and my commentary, then hit the thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. We're going to be opening up some other stuff, and I'm going to be kind of going back to kind of showing off my collection a little bit. I got some new Mets cards in from a friend of mine, a big box of them, so I'm going to be putting those in the collection. If I find anything good in there, maybe I'll show that off. But all right, guys, that's it for now. Take care, and I'll see you soon.